What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over some more test hands. I don't have as much time today as I normally do because I have to study for my accounting exam. So, a little tip for you if you're going to college: do not take accounting if you're not an accounting major. I thought it'd be fun, but it's a lot of work. So today we're going to be looking at one of the commenters wanted to see combos with Naturia Beast. So the best way that I could think of doing it right now is just to hard open Adhara. It's also a level 1 extender, so it's not too bad to be playing the main deck. Other ways to do it would be with these here. Hound, if you watched the feature match a few ICSs ago with Ancient Gear, they played this to get rid of like Nightmare Pains or the Snake Eyes spell and trap zone monsters, or the field spell. So it's a pretty good utility card. The only thing that's bad about it is the special summon effect it has is only a once per duel effect, so it doesn't have much recurability as an extender. That goes with all of these really. Something else you could do is play Recover. This card's kind of interesting if you have 5 or more cards in your extra deck. If your opponent has 5 or more cards in their extra deck than you do, you can special summon it from the grave by paying 2,000 life points. So it's good for like grind game. You don't have a combo that you can do to get 5 of your extra deck without like wasting so much of it. So it might be worth playing. And if Glow Bulb ever comes off the Forbidden Limited list, it'll be very good because then you can just play Verniself, the Awakening Forest. I'm kind of surprised we don't have this yet because we look at the OCG list, they have Glow Bulb at 3, and it hasn't seemed to be a problem for them. So not sure why we don't have that yet. But yeah, the way we're running this is these 3 are not in there. We're just playing the 3 Adhara. Because you might as well play 3. It's not bad to see multiples of. If you can special summon one and then normal summon the other, you still get to your XYZs. Giant specifically, which can get you to Maker, and then you can Maker reveal the Archfiend and the Dragon and combo from there. So it's not too bad. Yeah, so that out of the way, let's just get into the replays. So I just did a couple starting hands. Might have been like 6 or 7. I don't know. Opening hand here, we have the Adhara, the Archfiend, Talents, and Ash with the Field Spell. So we're just going to start with Field Spell. See if you get Ash or something. We're going to grab the Dragon. Start with the Adhara because you need to have nothing on your field or only non-effect monsters. Then we're going to normal summon the Dragon. Dragon effect, grab the Maker. Then we're going to Maker effect, we're going to reveal the Slime and another Archfiend. Special summon the Archfiend, flipping the Slime. And then here we're going to Slime for the Master instead of another level 1. Because you need to have Master for the Adhara to get you to Nat Beast, and then you can get back to it with the Throne. So we're going to do that. Easy effect, grab Fairy. And then here is the first chance we'd have to use the Talents. Assuming your opponent has a hand trap you at all. So then you just look at the hand. I think I just look at hand for all the talents. The hand knowledge is so good to have in Yu-Gi-Oh! So if you can already play, you might as well just see what they got. So we're going to use the Master plus the Adhara, sorry. The names are so similar in some of these. I just can't remember them all. To go into Nat Beast, both Earths. And then we go into Giant. Giant effect, we're going to grab the room. And then we can use the Fairy effect to special onto our side so we can get to Throne. Then we're going to use the Throne effect to bring back the Master. And then we're going to use the Archfiend to go onto the opponent's field to lock them out and force them to flip it. And then we can flip the room after that to lock them again on the normal summon. And then we have a bounce one, and they can't use any spells, and we had an Ash. for a little extra interruption. So we're going to go to the next one. Alright, so this one we have Fairy, Duck, Fairy, Archfiend, and Slime, so all engine. Not what you really want to see, because if you do get stopped on something, your interruptions are going to be very limited. So we're just going to do the Slime effect under their field, normal summon the Archfiend. Use the effect, bring out the Master. Maybe. Okay, we grab Dragon. Dragon effect. And yeah, I wasn't sure what I want to do. Yeah, so we do go for Master, and then we're going to Master effect to grab the Dragon. Yep. And then we're going to overlay for the Giant. Giant effect will grab us the Field Spell, and the Field Spell is just going to search for an Archfiend. Kind of sucks that we went through most of our Archfiends at this point. And it's going to hurt our grind game a little bit. So we're going to Duck effect, discarding Dragon so we can special it back out and get the last search for the room. So now we have all of our power spells except for the Maker. But you don't really need Maker in this because you start off with so much engine. You can still get to the board that you want to get to. So we're going to link these two off for an IP. Then we're going to Fairy effect, bring out, overlay these for Throne, and then Throne bring back out the Master. So we have all the interruption we normally do. Just no Nat Beast. We didn't hard open the Ruha. And then we're going to be able to set the room. And then we would have specialed the Archfiend on their side. I just forgot to do it before I reshuffled the deck. Alright, so this hand we have the Dungeon, Duck, and Slime. So this hand is very reliant on not getting hand trapped. Because if you get hand trapped on this, these don't do anything. You can summon the Slime under their field, and hopefully they need to normal summon. And then you can get some follow-up going. But if the dungeon gets stopped, you have no play. So I'm going to grab the Dragon. The good thing about this, though, is that most people are saving Ash for the Maker effect. So if you can play without Maker, you can have them just not use the Ash and be able to just combo for free. Yep. Again, you could have... I summoned the Slime here to play around like an Imperm. But if you wanted to play around the Ash, I would have just kept the Slime in hand, because then you could use the Duck and Slime to get the Slime back out and grab a Fairy for full to still play through if they had an Ash for the Maker. So I'm going to Maker effect, reveal Archfiend and the Duck, not the Duck, the armor. Normally this would have been Archfiend plus Cerberus, but I just took Cerberus out. I put in so many more cards with the Aruha. And I wanted to maximize the 2-card combos that would actually allow you to play. Like, Dragon by itself lets you play. Fairy, opening 2 Fairies let you play. Opening 2 Archfiends let you play. Opening Cerberus and like a Slime would not let you play. So I tried to minimize the number of duplicates that don't work together. So we're going to overlay the armor and the Dragon, special summoning the armor off of the Maker effect there for number 13. I wasn't trying to do this perfectly every time. I was just kind of seeing which routes of play I wanted to do and see where this got me. So I'm going to do the Archfiend 1 and then, Slime 1, Archfiend 2 for my opponent. I think this is the correct way to do it if you're playing against it, because if they wanted to get like Master off the Slime here, then doing Archfiend as the first chain link, as the first thing to resolve in the chain link, gives you a chance that they're going to draw into their Master, and it's probably a one-of. So then they're going to have to special summon something else because they need to special from deck for Slime. But we draw into an Ash Blossom. This also means that I have the maximum number of engine in the deck as possible. so it's less likely they would draw a hand trap. Yep, so we're going to summon out the Master. Master effect, we're going to grab a Fairy. Overlay these for the Giant to grab the room. Then we're going to link off these two for the IP. We're going to deck effect, discard itself and the Fairy, and we're just going to special back out the Fairy. And then we're going to add the other Fairy. This would be the only way to do it to get the next XYZ out without getting rid of like Ash, which you don't want to do. Overlay these for a Throne, and this time we have a Throne bounce too. And we're backed up by Ash 2, Imperm in the room. So if they break this, I'd be very surprised. Keeping the Purge in hand still. The deck's worst fear is getting hit with like a Harpy's Feather Duster. So I think I'm just going to rather take the chance that I'm not going to be able to use an Ash Blossom later in the duel. And just get hit with the own restriction of the Dominus. So we're going to start this hand off with Adhar Special Summon. And then we're going to go Vernisylph, Duck, Misting Seedling, discarding itself and the Archfiend, bringing back the Archfiend. And then we're going to grab a Fairy. And we're going to Fairy Effect, Summon out. Trying to reserve this, because this is my first time trying to do combos with this, so I'm trying to see how often I can get to Beast and still have a good board alongside it, or if the Beast is giving me tunnel vision, and I'm not putting up a good board in favor of just getting a Naturia Beast. So we're going to overlay these for a Giant effect. We're going to grab the Field Spell, we're going to grab Dragon. And then we have not normal summoned yet, so we can normal summon Dragon effect to grab the room. Not the room, the Maker, we already have room. Then we're going to Maker effect. I'm just going to move this up here because it's going to get linked off no matter what. We're going to go Slime Archfiend. Luckily we do hit it. Then we're going to summon out the Archfiend, flip over the Slime effect, we're going to bring out the Master, and then Master effect, we're going to grab a Archfiend. We already went through the Fairy extension, and we don't have another body to put over there, so armor is not an extension piece at this point. Yep, and then we're just going to, I guess we're thinking about what we want to do. I'm just going to put the Archfiend over there first so that I can Talents. Our thrusts go into Talents, and then Talents look at the hand. The order of this really doesn't matter. You're already way past 5 summons, and if you get Nib here, you're still in the same boat of just only having room. So the order of that really doesn't matter too much. Well, I guess it does matter somewhat because you're saving more of your extra deck. Yes, we're gonna go Naturia Beast there, and then summon out the IP using those, and then go into Throne effect, bringing back the Master, and then Room. So we did end on full board, but we did use up our entire hand. So was it worth it? It'll be for you to decide. Okay, so next hand we have 2 field spells, Dragon, Fairy, and Duck. So pretty good hand. Not much that's going to be able to stop you from a single hand trap. So we're going to Dragon, grab the Maker, activate the field spell effect, grab Archfiend, because we already have Maker and I want to be able to guarantee a hit. I'm still going to reveal Archfiend and Slime. Oh, no. I'm going to reveal Armor and Slime. I should have been Archfiend, because you would still want the draw one if you hit Archfiend over there, whereas if you put Armor over there, you're not getting anything of benefit. We're just going to Archfiend, flip over that, bring out the Master, and then we're going to Master effect to grab an Archfiend to put over. Overlay these two for the Giant effect to grab the room that we're missing. Doing this on the 5th summon, that way we can still end on the room if all else fails. And we're into Archfiend effect, go over there. And then we're going to link those two off for an IP, special out the Fairy, overlay for the throne, and then throne, grab back the master. And then you can put armor over there. I don't think I do. Yeah, I saved it just in case I get hit with a Nibiru. That way I can make a link 2 still. But if we look at the list, actually, none of the link 2s really do anything. You can't do SP because the token is not an effect monster. So maybe you'd want to play something like a rabbit as a backup plan. Yeah, because you already went through your IP, so none of these are going to do anything. So might be just better to put the armor over there in that situation. So next opening hand we have Duck Duck, No Goose, Archfiend, Ash, and Slime. So we're going to start with Slime effect over there, summon out the Archfiend, Archfiend effect, flip that over, summon out the Master, Master effect will grab us the Dragon here. Then we're going to overlay for the Giant, Giant effect to grab the Field Spell. We're going to activate the Field Spell, bring out Fairy. I'm going to Duck effect, get rid of itself and the Dragon, summon back out the Dragon, and grabbing out the Flourishing Hills. That way we have another special one. And then Dragon effect, we're going to grab the Room. It's the last thing we're missing other than a Maker. But we started out with the Vernisylph stuff, so we don't really need Maker. Link those two off for the IP. We're going to Vernisylph, pitching itself and the Duck, just to bring back one of the random bodies. We're going to grab another Duck for follow-up. And we're going to bring back out the Archfiend, overlay these two for the Throne. Throne effect, get rid of Dragon off that. The interactions are so little and far between. Like, the only thing that matters, like, you could get called by on one of your names. See, that's a little something you could think about when dumping stuff for the effect of this. But if you don't end up going through Throne, I'd rather have the Dragon engrave so that I don't have to go through the dragons in my deck with the dungeon effect. And then we're going to set and use the Fairy effect to summon to their field. Yep. And that's going to be the last video. Not the last video. The last of the replays. Yeah, so we got 2 Beast, I think 3 of those games. So it is kind of a nice addition to the end board. But I don't think I'd go through the hoops that you have to jump through by adding these guys in. Because you could do like 2-2-2 for the Vernisylph names, and then use this to be dumping like one of your random Earth level 1 tuners, so that you can try to get to it more often. But I feel like you're just hurting your deck's consistency more if you want to play one of these random ones. Like, I would play Glow Up Bulb if we had it, just because you don't have to go through hoops to special it out. Like, Adhara, gain Dump to Grave won't do anything unless you have another Vernisylph to special it out. Recover is close to a Glow Up Bulb, but you're never going to get the 5 difference in the extra deck unless you want to start playing with like a 12 card extra deck yourself. That way you can get it off more, but then you're just hurting your utility of the extra deck. Magical Hound relies on your opponent having a face-up spell or trap to special itself from the grave. So going second, this card is a good breaker. But overall, not sure I'd play it. Maybe it's like a side option. It's not searchable though, which is why it was getting played in the Ancient Gear list. They can search a lot of Earth machines. So it was a good board breaker for them. This would have to be like a hard draw. So probably not worth the game played in ours. Glow Bulb is probably the only thing that I would use. Just because it's free. No extra hoops going through. He did also want me to play Vera. Pull that up. But if you read this, the best effect it has is the negate, but you need 5 or more earth monsters on your side of the field to use that. And our end board only consists of 3. It'd be 4 if we somehow got this out. It's actually only 2. I was counting Naturia Beast, but if you're gonna get both of these, your hand would have to be like all gas. So normally you'd only have 3 if you're counting the Vera, because it's Throne, and Master. So this is just never gonna come up. It could be good as a board breaker because you can take control of one of your opponent's monsters. And then it does have a nice effect of being able to revive an earth monster in your graveyard during your opponent's turn. So that in tandem with like the barrier statue side I was testing wouldn't be too terrible. You could also like do a combo where you like leave the master engrave with a throne with 2 materials on field still and just revive it with this. So that could be something interesting. I'm going to do some actual duels with this deck tomorrow or Wednesday. I just don't have the time right now because I got to study for that accounting exam. So I'm going to see how I feel about it in an actual duel. Because it could come up in like turn 3 or turn 5. But I don't see how you'd get this out too consistently without upping your Vernisoul package a lot. Yeah, I told him I'd give it a try, so I'm going to give it a try. Yeah, that's going to do it for the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, peace out. Have a great day.